softball fans for game 2 of today's doubleheader between the visiting Golden Lions of the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff and your Ouachita Tigers. Get started.
My dad told me to learn a lot from you. I said, good luck with that.
David Carney, left field number 10, Sydney Green. Designated player number 17, Paolo Rodriguez. Third baseman number 0, Zaria Richardson. First base number 23, Ariana Gonzalez. Right field is number 8, Jasmine Carlson. Catching is number 14, Ayesli Ware. Second base number 9, Natalie Rodriguez. And center fielder number 13, Justice Walton. In the circle for UAPB here for game 2 will be number 12, Benito Bryant. And now here's the starting lineup for Joe or Ouachita Tigers. Center fielder number 2, Hope Wade. Left field number 4, Caitlin Province. Catching is number 26, Erin Williams. Designated player number 7, Maggie Huddleston. Second base number 17, Riley Gillis. Right field number 6, Callie Sheridan. First base is number 15, Hope Johnson. Shortstop number 3, Kelly Church. Third baseman number 11, Jessalyn Aaron. And in the circle for your Tigers, number 77, Tuesday Melton.
Welcome back to D. White Field on the campus of Henderson State University for Ouachita Tiger softball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Chris Babb, Chloe Bellman here for game 2 of this non-conference doubleheader between Ouachita and the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. UAPB got the 9-1 win in 6 innings in game 1, and so they will try to go for the sweep. Ouachita will try to earn the series or the doubleheader split and essentially get a series weekend win if you count yesterday's doubleheader and always want to win the weekend. Ouachita will try to do that. The Tigers had 2 wins over Williams Baptist yesterday. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for UAPB, batting first and playing shortstop, 27, Jada Carhey. Sydney Green, who got the win in the circle in game 1, will bat second and play left field. Paolo Rodriguez, the designated player, batting third. Zaria Richardson batting fourth and playing third base. Ariana Gonzalez batting fifth and playing first base. Jasmine Carlson batting sixth and playing right field. Ayesli Ware catching and batting seventh. Natalie Rogers will bat eighth and play second base. Justice Walton will bat ninth and play center field. Defensive lineup for Ouachita. Around the outfield left to right, Caitlin Province gets the start in left field. Hope Wade the start in center field, and Callie Jordan in right field. Left to right around the infield, Jessalyn Aarons at third base, Kellen Church at shortstop, Riley Gillis at second base, Hope Johnson at first base. The battery, Aaron Williams catching, and in the circle, Tuesday Melton for Ouachita. Melton, a sophomore from Benton, Arkansas. 2-0 on the season, 14 innings pitched, 4.00 ERA, giving up 10 runs, 8 of those have been earned. First pitch she delivers to Jada Carhey, is swung on a miss for strike 1, and the 0-1 pitch is outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count to Jada Carhey, who was 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 4 RBIs in game 1. The freshman got her college career off to a nice start. The 1-1 pitch is fouled back into the parking lot, and I did notice a couple of empty parking spaces right up here in the row closest to the field that were full last game. Lots of foul balls went over the net. The 1-2 pitch coming from Melton. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Jada Carhey is the first out of the game. And Chloe, when you look at it, much better start for Ouachita, even after just one batter from Tuesday Melton than they had the first game. Sydney Green steps in, her first at bat. She got the win in game 1 in the circle, and she starts things off with a single to center field. Well, just like that, just forget what I just said. Green comes up aggressively at the plate. Green batted .228 last year. There's the wind back with us again. Pella Rodriguez, a designated player, steps in for UAPB, a 5'5 junior from Lakeview, California, from Cesar Chavez Learning Academy. Rodriguez batted .245 last year, almost takes out head coach Derek Bumpers in the third base batters. What is that, an L? It's not a box. They don't make boxes. They've never been full boxes.
No.
They've been brackets, but that's not even the bracket.
That's an L.
It's a backwards L. Regardless, third base coaching area, he almost got smacked. The 1-1 pitch just misses for ball 2. Rodriguez, .245 last year, 49 at bats, 12 hits in those, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs for Rodriguez. She bats with 1 on and 1 out here. Top of the first of game 2. High fly ball to left field. Camped out under it and makes the catch in left field. That is Caitlin Province. And so Rodriguez is retired on the F7 for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Zariah Richardson. Richardson pinch hit in the first game, was 0 for 1. Richardson .288 last season. Again, if you're just joining us, UAPB, a Division I member of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, the first weekend for Division I softball. This is the second weekend for Division II softball for Ouachita. Played last weekend at home. Went 1-2. Overall record of 3-2 on the season, 3-3 after 2 wins yesterday and a loss in game 1 today. The 1-0 pitch taken for strike 1. Tuesday Melton, the sophomore from Benton. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball under the glove of a diving Kellen Church. Hope Wade scoops it up and throws it in. But Richardson has a 2-out single to center field. And Ariana Gonzalez comes up, the first baseman. Gonzalez, a 5'6" freshman from Oxnard, California. One of 4 Californians on this UAPB roster. Runners on first and second. Big swing and a miss. And Chloe, UAPB was aggressive in the first game. We kind of expect them to be aggressive. They're taking some big swings.
It seems like Ouachita has a better head on their shoulders early in the second game, though, so hopefully that'll help them keep their scoring down.
UAPB scored in the first, second, third, fifth, and sixth. They scored in 5 of the 6 innings in game 1 on their way to that 9-1 win. Ouachita scored 1 in the bottom of the first, and that was it. Ouachita managed only 5 hits. UAPB scored those 9 runs on 10 hits. The 1-1 pitch is fouled out of play. So it's a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Runners on first and second for Gonzalez. A talented organist. It's impressive. The 1-2 pitch inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Did not know Matthew Branch was a talented organist.
Man of many talents.
He can, and it's all with one finger too. The 2-2 taken for ball 3 just misses the zone. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. The runners will be going with the pitch. Gonzalez has a big chance here to have another big start for UAPB. Melton will try to shut down the Lions. The 3-2 pitch, swing, and a foul ball out of play. That's got vehicle written all over it.
I can't believe I didn't get a text from my mom telling me to move my car.
Your vehicle. Yeah, we had a good view, but then the wind got too stout, and Jackson got cold, so he shut the door. So now we can't see vehicles getting hit. The 3-2 pitch, high for ball 4, and the bases are full of Lions. So a 2-out walk from Gonzalez. Jasmine Carlson will come up to the plate for UAPB. 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored in the first game. Walked once. Reached base 3 times of her 4 plate appearances. Coach Bumper's giving him the sign to run if there's a hit. The 0 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. The 0-1 from Melton, swing and a shot to second base. Riley Gillis camps out under it as much as you can on a pop fly, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So the Lions threaten with 2 hits, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. UAPB 0, Ouachita coming to bat. You're watching Ouachita softball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. The bottom of the first inning from D. White Field on the campus of Henderson State University. It'll be Hope Wade, Caitlin Province, and Aaron Williams leading off for Ouachita against Danica Bryant, the freshman pitcher for UAPB. Bryant listed as a 5'8 freshman from Superior, Arizona, getting her first collegiate start. She stands in against Hope Wade, who was 1 for 2 with a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout in game 1. The 1-0 pitch, outside, ball 2. Take a look at the batting order for Ouachita. Hope Wade, Caitlin Province, Aaron Williams, Maggie Huddleston, Riley Gillis, Callie Jordan, and then Hope Johnson, Kellen Church, and Jesselyn Aarons. Give you a look at the UAPB defensive lineup after this pitch, similar to last game with a few changes. The 2-0 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Around outfield, around left to right, Sydney Green in left field. She was the winning pitcher in game 1. Justice Walton in center field, Jasmine Carlson in right. Left to right real quick around the infield, Zariah Richardson at third base. Jada Carhey at short as the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Wade. Second base, Natalie Rogers and Ariana Gonzalez at first base. Nyeshley Ware getting the start behind the plate for UAPB. and Danica Bryant in the circle. The 2-2 pitch from Bryant, fouled out of play, and Hope Wade will stand in there again. Wade came into today batting .294 on the season. 5 hits in her 17 at-bats before today's game. Fouls that one off almost to the exact same spot, and we'll do it again. Again, you can keep up with live stats at obutigers.com/coverage as you watch. The 2-2 pitch from Bryant, outside and high for ball 2, pops out of the glove of Nayesli Ware. Ware is a 5'5" freshman from Los Angeles, California, just up the road from Pine Bluff. The 2-2 pitch, ball low. All right, so what do we have going on here? All right, so it was a 2-2 count. It was a 3-2 count. So I was mixed up because the count was 3-2, and so it was ball 4 because on the appeal to the field umpire, they said she did not go around. So the leadoff walk to Hope Wade brings up Caitlin Province. Province is a 5'4" freshman from Cave City, Arkansas, graduate of Cedar Ridge High School. 0-1 the count to the Province. Squares around, ball's in the dirt, and Hope Wade will advance on the stolen base. Wade stole 2 bases in the first game, walked and stole a base and scored in the first inning. And right now she's walked and stolen a base in the first inning again and try to duplicate that. She was the only run of the game for Ouachita in game 1. 2-1 the count to Caitlin Province. Another lefty in this Ouachita lineup. Bryant gets her sign, looks at the wristband. The 2-1 pitch, outside, ball 3. The 3-1 count, a 3-1 count now to Province. Got choked up a little bit. 3 balls, 1 strike. Wade at second. The 3-1 pitch sails to the backstop, and Wade advances on the wild pitch. It was ball 4 to Province, so 2 batters and 2 walks. And the UAPB catcher, Nayesli Ware, will go out to the circle and try to calm down Danica Bryant. Aaron Williams to the plate for Ouachita, 1 for 3 in game 1. Came into today's game batting .412 on the season. Steps in again from the left side. 3 straight lefty batters at the top of that Ouachita lineup. First and third for the Tigers, looking to take the first lead. Williams squares around. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Bryant looks to the dugout, gets the sign, looks at the wristband. The 1-0 pitch, see if Williams squares around again. She does, pulls it back, ball 2. You know, Chloe, the first game we talked about Jada Carhey. It was her freshman. Her first game as a college player. She got off to a tremendous start. Bryant, also a freshman. Anytime a freshman gets that college, there's always going to be some jitters. And for Danica Bryant here, she's really wanting to just kind of settle in. The 2-0 pitch bounces before it gets to the plate, and Province will advance on that as well. And so now Ouachita with runners at second and third. 3 balls, no strikes to Aaron Williams. Maggie Huddleston stands on deck. The 3-0 pitch. Outside for called strike 1. Three balls, 1 strike. Matthew Branch, one of my former students, saying, you're saying do as I do, not as I say. He said, you would have given me a lot of grief last year if I had said that was an outside ball called a strike. He's probably right. And I would have.
Number 7, Maggie Huddleston.
Walk to Aaron Williams, the 3rd straight walk issued by Danica Bryant. Do as I say, don't do as I do. Bases loaded, nobody out. Maggie Huddleston steps up for Ouachita. Designated player in the lineup, 1 for 3 with an RBI in game 1. She drove home Hope Wade for the only run for Ouachita. She'll try to do the same here. Big hack at that one from Huddleston. She was trying to make it 4-0 really quick.
Mm-hmm.
The 0-1 pitch taken for called strike 2. Bryant trying to record the first out, and it gets by the catcher. Here comes Hope Wade, slides in safely, and so Hope Wade scores to make it 1-0 Ouachita. It's the first lead of the game of the day for the Tigers. Province goes to third. Williams advances to second, and it's 1-2 now to Maggie Huddleston. The 1-2 pitch fouled out of play, almost right to us. Huddleston stays alive. So does the person who was sitting by where that ball landed, thankfully.
Mm-hmm. It smacked down. You heard it.
Thankfully, that was on concrete, not a person.
Not a person.
Not a person. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High fly ball to deep left field. Green goes back to the wall, to the track. It is gone. Touch 'em all. It is a home run for Maggie Huddleston. A 3-run homer for Huddleston, her first of the season. And it is a 4-0 Ouachita lead. So Maggie Huddleston, the junior transfer from Central Baptist College, gets the 3-run homer, her first of the season. She now has 7 RBIs on the season. And Ouachita out to a quick 4-0 lead after the first 4 batters. A little bit better start for Ouachita, right, Chloe? They're probably feeling a little bit looser in that dugout. Mm-hmm. When you get off to a quick start, I would imagine it just kind of relaxes you, especially after you have a game like that. Mm-hmm. It's got to make them feel a little bit better in that dugout.
Yeah.
Riley Gillis to the plate for Ouachita, getting the start at second base. First pitch she sees, right back up the middle. Carhey was shading to third base, and that ball from Riley Gillis, the freshman from Sheridan, Arkansas, finds a hole right under the glove. Single to center. Brings up Callie Jordan. Riley Gillis gets her first collegiate hit in the bottom of the first inning. That pitch doesn't quite get to the plate, and UAPB is going to call time. The pitching coach is going to go out and talk to Danica Bryant. Take us in that Ouachita dugout, Chloe. when you've played in games and you didn't have the effort that or the result that you wanted, you could start pressing, but it's always good to get out to a quick start so to kind of loosen or lighten the mood in the dugout. Take us in that dugout, what they're thinking right now.
Yeah, it definitely helps getting off to a quick start, and once girls keep putting the bat on the ball, it makes everybody feel a lot better. It makes everybody want to put the bat on the ball, so it definitely helps everyone get into a better mood and better hyped up for the game and a better game overall.
Also, keeping in mind the other side of that you are just in the first inning and a lot of softball left, so you do have to keep your foot on the gas. There is a pitcher warming up in the UAPB bullpen. Can't quite tell the number. May have to get our crack researcher with the binoculars. He didn't bring the binoculars today. He's got his imaginary binoculars, and they don't help any more than the sunglasses do. It looks like it might be Leanne Rainey. I think I see a 37.
37?
I think that's what my old eyes see. I said it because y'all wanted to. The 1-0 pitch to Jordan. It misses the zone for ball 2. Looks like possibly Leanne Rainey. She's listed as a 6-foot freshman from Dos Palos, California. Again, just up the road from Pine Bluff.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-0 pitch to Jordan is high for ball 3, and Bryant's just struggling to find the zone, and when she does, it's being put in play. Saw Coach Bumpers step up and point, and so this may be the last batter for Danica Bryant. If she can't get Jordan out. The 3-0 pitch misses. Takes a delayed strike call, got me again, and it's 3-1. Players, coaches, broadcasters have to adjust to different mechanics, and that one got me. The 3-1 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Very outside part of the plate. So Bryant has worked the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch is low for ball 4. And Jordan reaches on a walk. That is the 4th walk issued, and that is going to be it for Danica Bryant. Pitching change coming for UAPB, and it will be Leanne Rainey, the freshman pitcher from Dos Palos, California. Coach Bumpers talking to Bryant. She'll shake that one off and go to the next outing. That's the thing about it, too. Also, sometimes pitchers just don't have it one day, and Danica put it out of her mind, come back the next day, and be untouchable, you know. So hopefully Danica Bryant can put that one behind her and come back strong the next time. Leanne Rainey, the new pitcher for UAPB, a righty from California. And when we come back, we will don't have any numbers on Rainey because she's a freshman, but she'll face Hope Johnson, the 7th batter in the Ouachita lineup. You're watching Ouachita Tiger softball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law, and we'll be back after this. Hope Johnson steps to the plate for Ouachita, the 5'10 freshman from Valonia, Arkansas. Former Valonia Eagle steps in to face Leanne Rainey, the new pitcher for UAPB. Runners on first and second. Nobody out for Ouachita. Tigers jumped out to a 4-0 lead on a 3-run homer from Maggie Huddleston. Johnson faces the 0-1 pitch from Rainey. Swing and a miss, strike 2. If it had not been for a wild pitch on the pitch prior to the home run, Maggie Huddleston would have had a grand slam. Johnson will have to protect now. The 0-2 pitch, high and outside for ball 1. Riley Gillis is at second. She singled to center field after the shortstop, Jada Carhey, was shading her to third. She singled and then advanced to second on Jordan's walk. The 1-2 pitch is outside for ball 2. So Johnson has evened up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, change up, pop up in foul territory, just outside first base, and Ariana Gonzalez catches that pop up for the first out of the inning. And so Rainey comes in and does her job with the first batter. Kellen Church stands in now. Church was 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts in game 1. Third and short, play up and creep in. The pitch is called strike 1. The runners advance on the pass ball. So Gillis is at third, Jordan's at second. Church has 2 RBI opportunities now. The 0-1 pitch squares around a bunt and bunts that one foul into the stands. And Church is in the hole 0-2 now. Field umpire has time as Carhey tightens up the laces. Third base plays in. That's Richardson. The 0-2. Outside, ball 1. Catcher asked if that was just too far outside. Umpire nods his head. Really good spot from Rainey. The 1-2, Church swings and misses, strike 2. Excuse me, out, second out, strike 3, second out. Jesselyn Aarons comes to the plate now for Ouachita. She was 1 for 3 in game 1. Takes the first pitch for a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, ground ball through the hole on the left side. 1 run will score. That is Riley Gillis. It's a 2-out RBI single from Jesselyn Aarons under the glove of Richardson at third base. Jordan advances to third. So now runners at the corners, and we go back to the top of the order to Hope Wade. Tigers have batted around here in the first, and they lead 5-0. Rainey the righty to Wade the lefty. First pitch off the glove of Rainey into the glove of second baseman as she bobbled the catch at first base. Gonzalez had it pop out of her glove. Jordan scores to make it 6-0. Ward reaches on the E3. That's my guess. Aarons advances to second, and Caitlin Province comes back to the plate. So it's 6-0.
Let's go to Caitlin Province.
So now Caitlin Province, she walked her first time up, takes the first pitch she sees for a called strike one. So Ouachita has scored 6 runs here in the first inning. Called strike two from Province. That one hits the top of the zone. Never mind, it was not a called strike. He said she offered at it. Coach Grimes asking for clarification. Didn't point at the batter or anything, but said she did go around. The 0-2 pitch, fouled out of play down the left field line. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Province holds off. Doesn't offer to pitch high and outside. 1-2. Aarons at second after singling to left field and advancing on the error that allowed Hope Wade to reach first base. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss at a high fastball. And the Tigers are retired. So 6 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 UAPB error and 2 runners left on base. We go to the top of the second inning. Ouachita 6, UAPB 0. We'll be back after this timeout. You're watching Ouachita softball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Top of the second inning from D. Whitefield. 7, 8, 9 hitters for UAPB. Niesley Ware, Natalie Rogers, and Justice Walton facing Ouachita starter Tuesday Melton. First pitch to Ware is a ball. Ware, a 5'5" freshman from Los Angeles. Did not play in the first game. Swings at the 1-0 pitch and fouls it out of play into the bullpen down the right field line. So now the count is 1-1. Chris Babb, Chloe Velleman here. Beautiful day for softball, and if you're UAPB, you had the good start to the first game, and Ouachita's the one that had the good start to this game, and both teams are going to try to settle in, see what they can do. The 1-1 pitch is a ground ball to short. Church sits back. Nice fire over to first base. And Ware is retired on the 6-3 putout. We talked about it earlier. Talk about fielding ground balls on turf as opposed to dirt, Chloe.
Well, on turf it can bounce a lot more, and there's not as many ruts, so it won't like hit a rock and, bounce up quickly, but it will bounce a lot more. Turf can be a lot more slippery as well, so there can be a lot harder of a handle to get on the ball.
And every once in a while, you'll see a funny bounce if the threads hit the turf just right, I guess, or wrong. And Church did a nice job of sitting back on that one, but bringing her momentum towards the ball and making a nice throw over to Hope Johnson at first base for the out. Natalie Rogers is the batter for UAPB. Rogers pinch ran in game 1 and scored. Rogers, a 5'2" senior from Hot Springs, Arkansas, graduated from Lake Hamilton High School, literally just up the road. Batted 182 and 33 at-bats last year for the Golden Lions. The 1-2 pitch misses inside for ball 2. Tuesday Melton wanted that one, asking if it was inside. Not getting much from the umpire. Got a little affirmation there from Aaron Williams that it was too far inside. Benton versus Lake Hamilton. That's probably happened before. That goes off the glove of Melton. Gillis over. The throw in time. Out at first base is Natalie Rogers. So the always popular 1-4-3 putout for the second out of the inning. Again, a nice infield play, Chloe. She had to know the speed of the runner, but also get behind that one to make a good throw. Riley Gillis with a nice play there. It's a tough play also when it tips off the glove, kind of throws off what you expected the ball to do. Justice Walton to the plate for UAPB, 0 for 1 in game 1. Had 3 sacrifice bunts. For the Lions, and she's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Tuesday Melton trying to get a 1-2-3 inning for the Tigers. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes UAPB in the second. No runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Ouachita 6, UAPB 0. Back to D. White Field after this timeout. You're watching Ouachita softball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Back to D. White Field. Chris Babb, Chloe Velleman, joined by celebrity in the box, Luke Combs. Luke Combs is in the house. That might be Matthew Branch, Assistant Director of Athletic Communications at Ouachita. Has been mistaken for Luke Combs on multiple occasions.
Many times.
Never when he's singing.
No.
But only when people see him. Go to the bottom of the second inning. It will be Aaron Williams, Maggie Huddleston, and Riley Gillis. Aaron Williams walked and scored in the first inning. She was driven home by Maggie Huddleston's 3-run homer. That was against starter Danica Bryant, who faced 6 batters and then was replaced by Hope Johnson. Aaron Williams swings and misses at the 0-1 pitch. 0-2 the count to the Ouachita catcher. The 0-2 pitch outside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes to Aaron Williams. Rainey gets her sign, looks at the wristband. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball, second base charges, flips with the glove, but Aaron Williams beats it out. There was a nice play by Natalie Rogers at second, but she was playing so deep, Chloe, there's not a whole lot she could do, and Aaron just beat it out.
No, she didn't charge at the ball like she could have, and so that was her downfall.
So Aaron Williams reaches on the infield single. And when it's going right, it's going right. And for the first 1+ innings, it's been going really right. Can you say really right? It's going very right for Ouachita. Huddleston comes back to the plate. She had the 3-run homer in the first inning that made it 4-0 over the left field wall. She bats now with nobody out and 1 on, and that is Aaron Williams. The 1-0 pitch, Huddleston was trying to make it 2 for 2 with 2 home runs on that one. We've seen, though, Maggie, when she takes her cuts, she doesn't get cheated. Well, she squares around to bunt and misses on that one. The junior from B Branch, Arkansas, Southside High School in B Branch. Transfer from Central Baptist College. One ball, 2 strikes. She teamed with Chloe Velleman in the sports media class last fall to torment the professor. The 1-2 pitch is called strike 3, and Huddleston is retired. Got to protect when it's 1-2, and Rainey found the outside corner of the plate.
It was our favorite professor in our defense.
Absolutely. It was the professor's favorite 2 people in the class. Is that what the professor is supposed to say also?
Well, your 2 favorite people in general would have been.
Oh,
nice.
you're talking about me. Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
Yeah.
To the plate for Ouachita, Riley Gillis, a single to center field in the first inning. She scored. She bats with 1 out, and Aaron Williams on first. Bottom of the second inning, Ouachita with a 6-0 lead. Squares around a bunt, and that one is foul. The sun is starting to set behind us, so we'll try to tilt the camera to help out your picture a little bit so the sky doesn't make your picture on the field so bright or dull. The 1-1 pop foul, I think that's going to stay in play. Gonzalez does a nice job of tracking it down and making the catch. So Gillis is retired for the second out of the inning on the foul pop-up to the first baseman, Gonzalez. Now Callie Jordan comes to the plate from the left side. Jordan makes it 4 of the first 6 Tigers batting from the left side. She walked and scored in the first. She bats with 1 on and 2 out. And Rainey, after coming in, Chloe, talk about the mentality of a pitcher coming in from the bullpen in the first inning. The starter gives up 6, and if you can get outs, you're helping your team, and Rainey has done a good job of that to this point.
Yeah, you kind of have to kind of play cleanup for a little while. You know, it can be really nice if she's doing her job, which she is, and so it really helps out the team. And it looks like she's done her job and held them firm where they are. So
has not allowed a run to this point. Erin Williams does reach on the wild pitch, so now a runner is in scoring position for Jordan. Jordan leading the team in batting average coming into today's game. Batting .600. That 2-0 pitch is taken inside. Jordan checks her swing, and it's 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Erin Williams at second base. Jordan trying to add to this 6-0 Ouachita lead. The 3-0 pitch taken for a called strike 1. The outside part of the plate has been friendly to pitchers facing left-handed batters. The 3-1 pitch fouled out of play, 3-2. Outfield playing straight away. Lots of room in right center field gap. Actually, right field's playing to pull. Pop, is that going to be in play? It's in foul territory, but nice catch in foul territory by the shortstop, Jada Carhey. And Jordan is retired on the pop out to the shortstop for the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base after 2 complete innings. Ouachita 6, UAPB 0. We'll be back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. Tuesday Melton back for her 3rd inning of work as Ouachita leads UAPB 6-0 as we start the top of the 3rd inning. For the Lions, it's back to the top of the order. Carhey, Green, Rodriguez. Carhey had the big game offensively in game 1, 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Swings and misses at the first pitch she sees from Tuesday Melton. Carhey, the freshman shortstop from Many, Louisiana. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a rope to third base. Stopped, enough time for the throw over? No. Carhey beats it out. An infield hit for Carhey. Nice stop at third base, though, by Jesselyn Ahrens. Just couldn't quite hold on to it after it hit her glove. Hard hit ball from Carhey. And now Sydney Green comes to the plate for UAPB. First pitch from Melton is outside. Green got the win in the circle for UAPB in game 1. She singled to center field in the first and was stranded at third after Melton got a pop out to second base. The 1-0 pitch, a high fly ball into deep left field. Not deep enough, though, and Caitlin Province camps out under that one and makes the catch. So Green is retired on the fly out to left field for the first out of the inning. And Paola Rodriguez comes to the plate. The DP in the lineup flew out to Aarons in left field in the first inning. She bats with 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the third. UAPB trailing Ouachita 6-0. That foul ball goes off of the foot of Rodriguez, so she's going to walk it off, walk around the apron a little bit. Umpire and Williams will go through the formality of looking at the ball, making sure it's a good one, and talk about the weather, and take our time, make sure Rodriguez is good. Glad to see her step back in there. Rodriguez did not play in the first game today, 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to left field. The 0-1 pitch is low, runner goes, and it's going to be a stolen base for Carhey as Williams bobbled it after she tried to get it out of her glove and throw the runner out at second. So a stolen base for Jada Carhey. And now there is a runner in scoring position for the Golden Lions. The 1-1 pitch, high fly ball to left field. Aaron camps out. That's Province. Province camps out. Under it, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So Melton has retired Rodriguez for the second time today on a fly out to left field. Zariah Richardson comes up now. Single to center field and was stranded in the first. Richardson 0 for 1 in game one. She pinch hit for Amari Broughton in the fourth inning. She was 1 for 2 with a run scored in game one. Flew out to left field in the fourth, singled to left field and scored. She's hit the ball to the outfield every time. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a called strike one. The 1-1 pitch fouled off of the elbow, I believe, or arm, right arm of Richardson. A while ago, Rodriguez fouled that one off of her foot. Talk about walking that off and stepping in there and feeling that toe throbbing. I guess you kind of have to just block it out quickly, huh?
Yeah, especially on turf, a lot of players don't wear actual cleats, and so you can feel that hit wherever it hits you on your foot. And with the little bit of a chillier weather here as the sun sets, it definitely stung a little more.
Richardson fouls that one back to the backstop. And stands in there to do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to Aarons at third. Fielded in fair territory. The throw across the diamond to Johnson. And Richardson is retired for the third out of the inning. That was on a 5-3 putout. So no runs on 1 hit. No errors. There was 1 Golden Lion left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Ouachita 6, UAPB 0. Back after this break on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. come back to action at D. White Field. It'll be 7, 8, 9 in the Ouachita lineup. Hope Johnson, Kellen Church, and Jesselyn Aarons. Johnson popped out to first base for the first out of the first inning. She was the first batter that Rainey faced in relief of Danny Bryant. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a called strike one. First action of the season for Hope Johnson, the freshman from Vilonia, listed as a pitcher outfielder. She's playing first base in game 2 today. The 1-1 pitch, low and outside for ball 2. Looks like we have defensive substitutions into the game for UAPB. It looks like we have a new shortstop. We'll try to. The 2-1 pitch is taken for a called strike 2. New shortstop for UAPB. We'll try to see if we can tell what number that is. The imaginary binoculars have come back out. The 2-2 pitch is fouled away by Johnson. I believe that's going to be Bumpers, maybe. Replacing Cargy in that lineup, but we'll wait and see if we see that number 6 for sure on that jersey. It's not 8. She's in right field. The 2-2 pitch, shot right back over the outstretched arm of, and now the runner's going to be able to go to second. That Hope Johnson after a misplay in left field by Green. That is an 8. So Jasmine Carlson has moved in from right field to shortstop. Now we're going to have to get the super imaginary binoculars out and see who now is in right field. That might be a 6. Regardless, Hope Johnson is at second base with a single and an error. So new count on the batter is Kellen Church, and it's 0-1. That's not a 3 at short. That is an 8. So we'll watch and see. Maybe it is Bumpers in right field. That's where she played the first game. So now the count is 0-2 on Kellen Church. She bats with nobody out. So no balls, 2 strikes. A ground ball to third base. That is a foul ball. So foul ball is the call, and Church will come back. I think those are both number 8.
What's the
1-2, 0-2. 0-2 is the count. The 0-2 pitch is inside for ball 1. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch misses. There's a 37 on the mound, and that 3 on the 37 doesn't look anything like that number on the shortstop. We have a debate on what number is playing shortstop. Matthew Branch has number 3 as Kellen Church fouls that one over the Henderson maintenance truck. And our stat guys are saying we really need to find out who it is for sure. So we're going to have to go find out who that is, and we'll let you know as well. The 2-2 count to Church. Fouled back. We'll do it again.
She's fighting to keep it alive for sure.
Good AB from Kellen Church. Church, ground ball, fair across the diamond. Nice play by Richardson at first base to retire Church on the 5-3 put out. And Jesselyn Aarons comes up with one out, and Hope Johnson at third base.
Third baseman, Jesselyn Aarons.
Yellow on black is great. Block font is better. Aarons ahead in the count, 1-0. So we do believe that it is Sierra Johnson at short, listed as an outfielder, playing shortstop. Aarons fouls that one out of play as Chloe grimaces to hoping that it doesn't hit her vehicle.
I get a little more scared each time.
Yeah, each time. Aarons squares around to bunt, gets it foul off to the first base dugout. The super zoom camera on Matthew's phone. He's got 5 different cameras back here, Chloe. He was at a concert and he
better
sat
work really
at the top
well then.
of Simmons Bank Arena and sent me a picture of, was it Garth Reba? Swing and a miss from Aarons as Rainey got her to chase on the high fastball.
Go for him every time.
So it is Sierra Johnson who replaced Jada Carhey. Johnson is at shortstop. Carlson stayed in right field. Hope Wade to the plate. With a runner on third, swing and a miss for strike one. So Rainey has a chance of getting out of this one after Williams reached second base with nobody out, or with one out. The 0-1 pitch is fouled out of play, so now Rainey's one strike away from getting out of this one. Shortstop Sierra Johnson, a 5'5" senior from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Transfer from Grayson College. The 0-2 pop up. It'll stay in play. Nice job by Johnson of calling off Richardson. Caught it just behind the bag for the third out of the inning. So for Ouachita, no runs. No hits, one runner left on base. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Ouachita 6, UAPB 0. Back after this timeout. Back to action in the top of the fourth inning. Ariana Gonzalez leading things off for UAPB. Melton quickly ahead in the count, 0-2, and that one almost took out a dog.
Oh.
That would have been worse than a vehicle.
Yeah, it would have.
The sun starts to set behind us, or over our right shoulder. Melton for her fourth inning of work. The 0-2 pitch. Nice job by Gonzalez of staying with that one and fighting it off. The 0-2 pitch is out of the zone for ball one. The 2-2 pitch misses for ball three. Melton wanted one of those, either the one on the outside or the inside. The 3-2 pitch fouled out of play, and so Gonzalez with a great at bat, staying alive, trying to make something happen to be a good leadoff. Thought I just heard a rooster. Y'all playing different sounds over there on the testing out different songs?
They were talking about the chicken dance a minute ago.
The 3-2 pitch, pop up in the infield. Johnson calls off Gillis, makes the catch behind the first base bag, and Gonzalez is retired on the pop up to the first baseman for the first out of the inning. And that is definitely an 8. Jasmine Carlson comes up to the plate for UAPB. 0 for 1, popped up to second base. Her first time at bat. Nice pitch from Tuesday Melton to start her off with a strike. Carlson was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a walk in game 1. The 0-1 pitch, that's a shot into right field, but it's right at Callie Jordan. A line drive from Carlson, nicely hit, but right at Callie Jordan in right field for the second out of the inning. So Ware comes up now for UAPB, grounded out to short in the second inning. In her first at bat of the season. Ahead in the count, 1-0 now after the ball is out of the zone from Melton. The 1-0 pitch catches the zone for strike one, and the count is even. The 1-1 pitch fouled out of play, 1-2 now. Where is the 16th batter Melton has faced today? 6 flyouts, 3 groundouts in her 3 2/3 innings. A pitch, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. Again, UAPB still staying alive. That ball was so far out of play, I don't think Inspector Gadget could have caught it. The 1-2 pitch catches the inside part of the corner for a called strike three. Good work from Tuesday Melton to retire UAPB in order. So no runs, no hits, no errors in the top of the fourth for UAPB. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Ouachita 6, UAPB 0. We'll be back to D. White Field on the campus of Henderson State after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Kranick of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer. Caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
We are back at D. White Field today. It is the bottom of the fourth, and we are coming up with Caitlin Province, Aaron Williams, and Maggie Huddleston. Caitlin Province walked and scored in the first inning. Aaron Williams walked and scored in the first inning with a first base hit. And then Maggie Huddleston drove home 3 runners for a home run and struck out looking. First pitch of the bottom of the fourth turns out to be a foul ball.
Lots of left-handed batters in this Ouachita lineup. Chloe, that right-handed pitcher, Rainey, has come in and done a nice job after UAPB gave up 6 runs in the top of the first.
The second pitch turns out to be a ball. 1-1 count. Caitlin Province struck out in a second inning. Turns out to be second ball, even though it was close to the outside corner.
That was a close one. I think the catcher looking back and trying to figure out where that one might have missed.
And it's hit into the outfield gap between center and right field. Turns out she makes it to second. The ball is overthrown to third.
Nice job by Province of staying on that one, finding the gap in right center field. And then the pitcher, Rainey, did a nice job of backing the ball up and keeping that from going into the Ouachita dugout or possibly allowing Province another base. So an extra base hit for Caitlin Province.
26 up, Aaron Williams now. She fouls the ball into the fan base, and it just misses.
That just
missed.
Yeah.
She got out of the way just in time.
The cut from DQ almost took it right in the straw.
Mm-hmm. Second ball is hit deep left, and it hits the wall. Still in the park, though. Caitlin Province rounds third, while Aaron Williams goes to second.
2 straight extra base hits for Ouachita. 1 to right center and 1 to left center, and the Tigers have another run to make it 7-0 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Maybe hoping to go home a little early today.
Maggie Huddleston.
Oh,
Maggie maybe
don't jinx
hoping
it.
to avenge herself.
Don't jinx it, Chloe.
Okay, I'll shut my mouth
The
now.
don't literally shut your mouth because you got to tell us what's going on, but we can't put the broadcaster jinx on any run rules.
First pitch is a strike. Swing and a miss.
It's the first back-to-back base hits and scoring threat really Ouachita's hat off of Rainey after she came up in the first inning.
Maggie bunts it to advance the runner. Umpire calls her out, but now we have Aaron Williams on third.
Good bunt by Maggie Huddleston. Went to the right side. Was popped up a little bit, but it wasn't in any jeopardy of being caught, and so Williams was able to go ahead and run to third, and Huddleston almost beat that one out.
Tigers are in a good place right now with just 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Riley Gillis, first base hit in the first inning, fouls it off behind the press box.
Just behind the press box.
Just. Good thing the door was closed. Second one she watches. Looked like a high fastball. Those are hard to lay off. Good for her. Rainey looks at her coach for the sign. And it's just a tad outside.
That was good. Good job of laying off of that one as well. Gillis was right there and just tailed away into the left-handed batter's box. And Gillis ahead in the count. Anything to the right side most likely will get Williams home.
And the ball is high. She lays off it again. Now we've got a 3-1 count.
It did get past the catcher, but there's not a lot of territory behind the plate here at D. White Field. And also with 1 out, you don't want to, risk getting that runner thrown out at home. So not even an attempt from Aaron Williams at third base or really Coach Grimes to send her.
And she hits it deep left. It's caught. Runner tags up, and she's home.
She did her job. She got the ball into left field. Sydney Green out in left field for UAPB did a really nice job of getting that ball in quickly. Aaron Williams tagged up and scored on that sacrificed fly. So nice job by Gillis of getting the run home and making it 8-0.
It's 2 outs for Ouachita now with Callie Jordan up. She came home as well in the first inning. Batting lefty again. First pitch is a ball, low to the ground.
I think Aaron Williams might have scored if this was 2 pitches ago on that one. Probably going to score if it gets that far away. I might have been able to. Won't go that far. Yeah, 8-0 Ouachita in the bottom of the 4th, so they've gotten that 8-run cushion. They'll just need to maybe add an insurance run or shut UAPB down in the top of the 5th.
Ball was a little high. It's the second ball. No strikes, 2 outs. Ball's pretty inside
Yeah,
on her.
you could see the curve of that one. It started out over the middle of the plate and then came right inside to Lester.
Looked like it was almost going to hit her.
Yeah.
She moved just a little.
Yep.
3-0 count now. And he calls it a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, catcher set up on that outside corner, and Rainey just hit her spot. Lester was going to leave that one alone anyway.
Jordan fouls it up in territory, but the catcher bobbles it and drops it, so she gets another chance. Full count now.
As a batter, if that happens to you, you just got to be like, all right, thank you. I have one more chance.
Yeah.
I figured I was headed to the dugout, but
letting go of a breath you didn't realize you were holding.
Yeah. Give me another chance and let me see what I can do with it and put something into play.
Mm-hmm. She really wants on base. She pops it up behind first, but they drop it, so she's safe.
That was tough. That was Natalie Rogers at second base, had to run all the way behind the first base bag. That was right on the foul line. She had to catch that one running to her left. It was out of the reach of Gonzalez at first. That's just kind of in no man's land.
Mm-hmm.
And tough play for Rogers, and that's you take advantage of the extra opportunity. You see that happen when you give a player, in whatever game it is, an extra opportunity. A lot of times they end up taking advantage of that, or something happens good for them.
2 out still for Ouachita. Player on first, with Hope Johnson up to bat. What did she do? What is that? FF?
Hope fouled up. Hope fouled out to first base in the first inning, and then was stranded at third in the third.
She got 2 strikes on her already, no balls. Hoping to advance Callie.
Hoping, that was nice.
She tips it off. Gets another shot at it. Looks like she's swinging fast, but maybe needs to keep her head down a little bit more. Ball was a little outside for the ump. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Really good movement from Rainey. Starts that over the middle part of the plate, and she's hoping that she can get the batter to go fishing, but no such luck and couldn't get the call.
And strike 3 swinging. That's the end of the 4th, or bottom of the 4th. Ouachita put 2 runs on the board for now 8-0 Ouachita.
All right, so Ouachita will come out for the top of the 5th. Tuesday Melton will try to close it out with Ouachita leading 8-0. And the bells have tolled for Tuesday Melton. Take a look at what's coming up on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, or just in the life of Ouachita Athletics. Tuesday night, the Ouachita basketball teams will be in action at Henderson State University. It is Valentine's night, so 5:30 women's tip-off, 7:30-ish, closer to 8, men's tip-off. You can always go to obutigers.com/coverage to find out how to watch or keep up with those. Our next broadcast will be this coming weekend, as Ouachita baseball and basketball are at home. Thursday night, we'll have the broadcast of Ouachita basketball versus East Central University. Women at 5:30, men following. On Friday, it'll be the Tiger baseball team opening Great American Conference play with Northwestern Oklahoma State University Friday afternoon. And then Saturday, we'll also have basketball and baseball. Again, would like to remind you that with basketball and baseball both having conference matches, we won't be able to do a live broadcast of the softball games this coming weekend. But you can check out obutigers.com/coverage for live stats of the Lady Tiger or Tiger softball's action this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
We're in the top of the 5th now. Tuesday Mountain back in the circle for Ouachita. We're on batter Natalie Rogers.
Rogers bats 8th in the lineup, and it's the 8-9-1 hitters for UAPB as we start the top of the 5th.
She fouls the ball outside of the first base line, making the count 1-2. Tuesday Mountain strikes her out on that inside corner. These umps really like that inside corner today. That's the first out of the inning. Now up to bat.
Yeah, we're going to have a pinch hitter in the lineup.
Jaslyn Gomez plays second baseman. She's a 5-foot freshman from El Paso, Texas.
It just dawned on me why they don't, this umpiring crew has not been signaling lineup changes to the box, because there's an official scorer sitting down there, so that's who they've been signaling changes to. Makes sense. Nice hit that time by Gomez. First pitch swinging, line drive right to Kellen Church for the second out of the inning. So just like that, UAPB is down to its final out.
Number 3, Sierra Johnson's up to bat now. She's an outfielder, bats and throws right, and a 5'5" senior from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, who transferred from Grayson College.
Yeah, an outfielder listed, and she's the one who we had fun with trying to decide what number that was, playing shortstop. She actually came in and played shortstop in the 3rd.
Sierra Johnson's batting average is .194. She's had 36 at-bats, 3 runs, and is 21 for 16 last season. We are at a 1-ball, 2-strike count, 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
Melton trying to close it out.
She fouls the ball off right behind the plate.
That was going to be ball 4, but she said, I'm not going down easily. I'm going to take my hacks.
Umps don't like this outside corner today. Haven't called much on it, so that is going to be ball 2.
I think they were ready for him to crank the lawnmower with that right arm with that one.
Not a lot of people liked that one. She fouls it right at the Ouachita dugout, continuing to fight. Melton staying in the loop as well. Melton strikes her out swinging. That's a 1-2-3 for Ouachita in the top of the 5th and the end of the game as well.
So Tuesday, Melton gets the complete game shutout for Ouachita as the Tigers bounce back with an 8-0 victory in Game 2. It's a split. For UAPB in Game 2, no runs on 3 hits, 1 error. For Ouachita, 8 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Tuesday Melton with the complete game victory for Ouachita to move to 1-1. Danny Bryant gets the loss for UAPB. So that wraps up the weekend. The Tigers go 3-1 on the weekend. 2 wins yesterday over Williams Baptist University and a split today against UAPB. Well, Chloe, glad you got to be broken in, and we'll get you back on again. That's our final broadcast of the afternoon. Again, thanks for watching the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody, and enjoy the big game tonight.